I've just woken up from a nap. Well, I don't know that I'd really call it a nap. I don't actually know if I slept or if I was just laying down. I woke up from I've just got up from a rest. It's 4:20 in the afternoon. It is a Saturday and I can't really say that I've done much today. I woke up this morning 7 o'clock because I had a nail appointment to get to. Fresh holiday nails and toenails as well, they're white. Josh has gone out for the day, but I wanted to kind of use this weekend as a bit of a prep for holiday, because I'm going on holiday next weekend, going to Fuerteventura in Spain, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, this is my last weekend before going away, so I wanted to kind of this video was supposed to be a bit of like a pack with me, get holiday prepped, kind of, you know, one of those fun get ready with me videos. But I felt so knackered. I think this week just gone at work was a very taxing one. I don't know, taxing, it was just quite a stressful one. I did quite a lot of late nights, and it's also that time of the month, so I don't know if my energy levels are just like rock bottom at the moment. It's been very boss gal hustle all week, and then as soon as it gets to the weekend I just feel like I need a rest. And this is something I've kind of struggled with for a really long time, if I'm honest, just like this whole balance of hustle culture and boss gal and organization productivity, which I love, and then also the kind of softer, slower pace of life, like slow living, mindfulness, looking after yourself, and like, again, stuff that I love. And I've for a long time struggled with knowing where I fit. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but when I talk to people about my dream, about what I want from life right now, the thing that I say most is that I want to retire. I want to live in the countryside somewhere, grow vegetables, make jam, and live a really lovely, slow pace of life surrounded by nature. And that's what I really try and do in any time that I have some time off. And I think that really is probably stemming from the fact that I am maybe a bit overworked. I keep thinking how lucky kids are to have summer holidays and how much I took it for granted, having like 6 weeks off every single year just to do whatever you wanted and not feel any guilt about it, not feel like there was anything you needed to be doing, not feel like you need to be making the most of your time off because you don't, it's a finite amount of time. And since starting in the working world, and I mean everybody goes through this, I'm sure, I think, like, I really miss summer holidays. I really miss just having time to catch up on sleep, to make plans and do things for yourself, and to practice hobbies. At the moment, with working so much, maybe it's just the industry that I'm in and the work that I'm doing, but with working so much, I tend to neglect my hobbies and stuff at the weekends. Like, if somebody asked me what my hobbies were, I'd say I genuinely don't know. I don't really have any hobbies at the moment, whereas when I was younger I used to love doing like artsy, craftsy, creative, I don't know, I was quite artsy. And then since coming into the working world, I've kind of told myself that no, I'm not a creative, I'm an organized person. And I think that was a really self-limiting belief, because it just kind of stopped me doing anything artsy. Like, I used to love clay modeling and drawing and watercolors, and I've got sketchbooks and stuff like that, and I've still got watercolor paints that I can use, but it's just finding the time to dedicate to doing it properly. And I think when the weekend comes around, I want to try and make the most of the time off and try and make plans at the weekend to do things and use my time wisely, and then I just end up being more tired when the week rolls around again. So this weekend I think I'm just really trying not to be too hard on myself, and trying to accept that where I am right now, and if that does mean that I don't do anything all day, that I spend a couple of hours in bed not necessarily sleeping or like catching up on sleep, because I think I struggle to do that during the day, even though I love sleep. Even if it just means resting in bed for a few hours and not really doing anything. Like, part of me, even as I'm saying that now, part of me feel slightly sick at the idea of just wasting time. I think I have this, I googled it one time, because I have this weird need to always be doing something. I feel like if I'm not doing something, especially when I'm at work, I end up multitasking something horrific, because if something takes like 1 or 2 seconds of delayed where I'm waiting for a program to load or something, I'll start doing something else because I'm panicking, because I feel like I've got so much stuff to do and so little time to do it, that any time I'm wasting a couple of seconds waiting for a document to load, I get into like panic mode, and I'm like, well, I can do something else instead. And I think that kind of constant, almost buzzing of panic bleeds into my everyday life as well. And I quite often really struggle trying to just stop and do nothing. But then at the same time, I kind of force myself to do so, because I'm like, no, it's self-care to take a break and it needs to be balanced. And I think I'm a Libra, so the biggest thing for me in life, I think, is balance. I kind of came to the realization, looping back around to what I was talking about earlier, but I kind of came to the realization it's not one or the other when it comes to boss gal productivity versus slow living, soft. I am really trying to do both, and I think that's what I'm struggling with most. I think I'm quite off balance at the moment. I was listening to a podcast the other day about yin and yang energy, and I think when one of those energies is too dominant, it throws everything out. And like, that makes sense that a Libra star sign is the scales. So whenever something is slightly off balance for me, it feels bad. Yeah, it just feels innately uncomfortable and quite deeply rooted. So I think for a long time, my yang energy, is that the right one? The dominant, the alpha, the masculine, the hustle culture style energy, that I think that has been too dominant in my life for a while. Part of me just wants to go on a sabbatical for 6 months, go off to the jungle somewhere, do some soul searching, yoga, whatever it is people do when they go on sabbaticals, because I just think I need some balance in my life. Obviously though, I can't do that, so I'm trying to take this weekend slowly and not feel guilty about not doing anything. Even as I say that, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I need to pack. There's like piles of clothes getting ready for summer, and if I don't pack, I'm not going to have time to do it during the week. And then that panic kind of sets in again about having so much, like, it's not even so much to do. It's not like I've got a to-do list as long as my arm this weekend. It's just the thought that I should be doing something and I'm just not, that makes me feel kind of quite uncomfortable. I don't have an answer to that. I'd love to be able to make a video kind of explaining how to balance boss gal productivity and slow living and soft living and stuff. I'm just not there yet. Maybe I need to watch a video like that for myself so that I can learn how to try and balance these two, because I think you do need both in life. And I think once I find that balance, I think I will feel a lot happier just in my day-to-day life. But I have felt quite off balance for a while. Like, I think back to myself when I was in school. School was like sixth form. Sixth form was like the perfect glory days in my life. That was like the golden years, I think, where I was working hard at school, but then also had the balance of having more free time. And I used to do like drama classes and DODs and have time to see my friends and to do hobbies and things like that. And then just these days it feels like I've got no time to do anything at all. And Josh and I were talking about this as well, because he feels the same. Like, it's very rush. And I think both of us are quite out of balance at the moment in terms of needing more of that soft, slow living. So yeah, this weekend trying to sort of force myself to do that. This isn't really the kind of energy I wanted to bring to this video, if I'm honest. I wanted, like I said, I wanted it to be a pack with me, get ready for my holiday, we're all going on a summer holiday energy vibes. But that's not where I'm at right now. I think it's very difficult to be inauthentic online. It's very difficult to keep up a persona or an energy or something if you're not feeling it right at that moment. And I feel like every time I've tried to vlog these past couple of months, I mean, even thinking back to like the Corfu vlog, which was last year, maybe it was because I was just not used to vlogging or I felt awkward about it, but it felt sad. Like, I watched it back and I was like, oh, no one's gonna want to watch this. No one wants to watch somebody being sad on the internet. So then, yeah, I just decided to tell myself, you know, I'm not making this for views, I'm making this for myself, so that I can look back at it and see how I was and document my life. And because I mean, I looked back at some of my older videos from when I was a wee tiny little teenager, but she had so much energy, she had so much light and life, and part of me feels really sad that that girl that I used to be. Oh god, am I gonna start crying? Am I gonna be one of those? Yeah, when I think back to the girl I used to be and that kind of light and spark that she used to have, it makes me quite sad to know that I'm not that person anymore. I want to be full of life and full of energy and full of the drive and happiness generally. I think that's it. I think I'm just generally not balanced and not happy. Currently dead inside. No, that's a bit dramatic. Let's like not take it back to 2015. Did anyone else have an emo phase? I mean, I wasn't like, it wasn't a proper emo phase at all. It was just, I used to like to think I was just being a bit edgy, a bit indie. I used to really love Elliot Minor and that kind of thing. Fall Out Boy. I still love Fall Out Boy, if I'm honest. I'm going to see them this year. I think they're doing a tour, and my dad bought tickets for all of us to go. It was supposed to be a surprise. But I saw they were doing a tour and I was like, does anyone want to come and watch? I love Fall Out Boy. And my family were being really shifty about it and I was like, what's going on? Turns out Dad actually already bought tickets for my birthday, which is amazing. So yeah, I've got that to look forward to. When I'm an old lady looking back at my life and thinking about everything I've achieved, I think it would be important for me to remember this sort of period. And I want to say it's maybe since COVID I felt a bit weird, and because I think before COVID I had drive that I wanted to be an event planner or like a wedding planner, and I had like that career drive and I was trying to work towards it. And then COVID happened obviously and nobody was having events or weddings anymore, and I was like, well, maybe this was a sign from the universe that this wasn't what I was supposed to be doing. And now I just feel a little bit directionless. I need to try and schedule more time to guiltlessly do more soft things. Like even meditation and yoga, I struggle trying to stick to a solid meditation practice and like a regular meditation practice, because anytime I sit down to do it, I always feel like that I'm wasting time and that I should be doing something else, which is the most ridiculous thing, because obviously like the main benefit of meditation is that it's looking after yourself, it's looking after your mind, it's taking a step towards happiness and gratitude, and it's taking time out of your day to focus on your needs. And I don't know why I struggle so much, because obviously you can't pour from an empty cup, and I keep telling myself stuff like that. I'm like, well, it's important for me to do self-care things. Like self-care is not a waste of time, and I think that's what I just need to keep telling myself. Like maybe that's an affirmation or something I need to start using daily. Self-care is not a waste of time. Self-care is an important use of my time. Self-care is probably more important than anything else that I've got going on, because without looking after myself, you can't do anything else. You can't do your job to a high standard, spend time and show your loved ones that you love them without first being comfortable and happy in yourself. Didn't even take it off the bed, just still piled there, and I moved it and I got in around it. Someone out here is having a barbecue and it smells oh, it's up there! I was trying to figure out who of my neighbours is having a barbecue, but I think it's these guys up here. Is that a water feature they've got on there? I think those guys are the ones that are barbecuing. Oh my god, it smells delicious. You know, I think they're doing some kind of event over there. It looks like they have a water feature for sure. And there's a tripod, not really a tripod, but it looks like an easel almost that they're going to put something on. wonder what's going on. Oh, they're putting up a picture on the easel, but it's facing the other way, so I can't tell what it is. I'm having a proper Karen moment here. Anyway, I thought I would finally actually just tackle some of this stuff and start putting it into piles of suitcases. Actually, I need to get the suitcase out from under the bed, but I can't do that without Josh. So if I just put things into piles, that will have to do for now. Pretty much sorted what I need to now sift through. So I've put them into piles of like clothes that I'm actually, you know, like actual outfit clothes, probably for like dinner and if we decide to go out anywhere. Sorry, that's just my entire bra. Like, can you put that on the internet? Do I want people to see my bra? I don't know. Or my nude pants. Bloody hell. But yes, if you're wearing white, nude underwear is a must. So sorry, but yeah, need to pack those for sure. And then here I have a pile of more casual clothes, things to kind of like chuck on to go down to breakfast. Some bits and pieces here, flannel, a wet bag for like on the last day, for example, if we go to the pool and I want to chuck a wet bikini but not get all my stuff wet, I can chuck it in here. I have a new beach towel, so I just bought this one from Dock and Bay, and it looks exactly like this pattern essentially. It's got stripes and sunflowers, and on the other side it's yellow and stripy. And I'm really excited to use it. I really love it. And it's nice that it fits in such a small little pouch, because my previous beach towel, oh yeah, it looks like this on the back, but my previous beach towel takes up so much room, so this will be a nice change. My switch case, I'm probably going to take that for the plane. Toothbrush. In here I have siphoned out all of my holiday makeup, so some of it I do actually use on like day-to-day basis, but I have my setting spray, I've got like a little mini travel powder, I've got a eyeshadow palette in there, eyebrow products. I'm really excited about these, the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand, is that what they're called? I've got 3 of them, one for contouring, one for highlight and one for blush, so I've used them a couple of times already, but I think they'll be really nice for holiday. Yeah, some of these I will need to use during the week next week, but I'll keep them in here for now. I bought this little case for my beauty blender. It doesn't have anything in it at the moment because they're all over on the windowsill drying, because I washed all my brushes and my beauty blenders ready to go. Mini hairbrush, dirty wash bag. These are shower caps that I've picked up from old holidays. These are really good for actually packing shoes. So you can put the shower caps over the bottom of your shoes so they don't get too mucky. Travel jewelry case, bikinis. There are 6 bikinis and 1 swimsuit down there. So that's like 1 for every day essentially. These I'm not sure if I'm going to take. They're still kind of like summery clothes, but I already have a lot, so I don't know whether I necessarily need those. And this one at the top is quite dressy, and I don't think we'll go anywhere super dressy. And then here is my toiletry bag, and it is chocked full with like reusable cotton pads, after sun, my contact lens solution, and like all of my little mini skincare in here. I don't have everything in here just yet. I've got stuff that I still need to pack for like everyday use, but I'm still using those, so I will check with those afterwards. So at least I think I've got my outfit sorted. That's like what I find the most stressful about packing. And then I've got this list, packing list, and I just basically tick off everything once I've packed it, and then that way I don't forget anything. Obviously it's still like a complete bomb site pack here, but at least now I feel a little bit more sorted, like I know what I'm roughly taking, and then the rest of it is really easy to pack because it's just like essentials that I will not have to really make any decisions about. I think that's something that I struggle with when trying to pack on a day where I don't necessarily have enough energy, or like it's quite a busy day. Like decision fatigue is a real thing. I didn't realise how much effort and energy it takes making decisions every day. And that's why they say that CEOs and stuff always wear the same outfit every single day, because they don't need to make any decisions then, and it's one less thing for them to worry about. For the rest of the evening, I don't really know what I'm going to do, if I'm honest. I probably need to put some of this away. I've got clothes there that are not like holiday clothes, it's just like clean washing that just needs to be put away. I've got a barcode class tomorrow, and then I'm getting my hair cut for the first time in 10 years. That's a lie, that was a complete exaggeration. For the first time in 2 years. The rest of the evening I'm probably going to take it quite chilled. I will probably have to, yeah, I will have to clear all of this up so that I can actually go to bed. Oh, the sky looks really cool. I mean, ignore the crane and the foundations of that building, apologies, but look how cool the sky is. Honestly, one of the best things we did this year was get flowers for our balcony. It just makes me so happy to come out here and see them. Like, you can hear the sounds of London out and about, and like obviously the view isn't amazing with everybody else's flats in a bit of like a amphitheatre, but this little wall of flowers that we've got really brings me so much happiness and joy. Like, I love how big these ginormous pom-poms are. And like the purple and the yellow looks really lovely together, and they're just growing so big, and I love them. I love them so much. They make me feel so happy. This one, our foxglove, it's so big. It's grown loads. Keeps dropping bells though, which I think means that they've been pollinated. I love just coming out here and seeing how the flowers are getting on. This box here is quite small compared to the others. This one didn't have as many flowers in it when we bought it. These ones are budding now as well. Just every day we come out and there's like a new flower that's appeared, something else has grown. It's just so lovely to see how they've come along. I think I've entered my old lady era. Like, I'm here. I am here for these flowers and I love them. Somebody has just started smoking. I'm gonna go back inside. I think that's another thing that I find quite difficult to contend with these days, is just living in London. I said this before in one of my previous vlogs, I think, but especially where we live at the moment, I mean, you saw outside, it's very on top of each other, and you can hear what everybody else is doing, you can smell the smells that everybody else is making. It just feels a bit claustrophobic sometimes. While we love the flat that we live in, it's a great first flat. It's a little bit small for us though. I think we're both a bit materialistic and we have accumulated a lot and not really got rid of very much. The flat itself is perfect, it's just London is sometimes a bit suffocating, I think. But those flowers definitely do help. It is really nice to go out there and see them, and they almost create like a little bit of a barrier between us and the rest of the estate. A nice little wall of nature. I've come back inside again. It was a really nice temperature and a really nice gentle breeze out there, but it was really noisy and there were lots of people out there and lots of smells, and I think I just found it a little, it sounds really stupid to say, but I just found it a little bit overwhelming. So I'm gonna come back inside where it almost feels a bit safer. Just hearing myself say that sounds really dramatic. I am okay. Like I'm not unsafe in my home, but I just wanted a nice, cozy, quiet, chilled, relaxing evening, and it wasn't really that vibe outside. So, but yeah, I'm just really feeling like cocooning right now. I just want to be cozy. It's Sunday and I'm still tired, obviously. This morning I went to a bar class in Hampstead, which was really nice. I thought I was going to be too tired to do it because I felt really sluggish this morning, but I went and I did it and I felt pretty good afterwards. And then I completely reversed all the effects of the goodness of exercise by having a really heavy chocolate milkshake. But it was a very good milkshake. There's a place in Hampstead called The Nook, and it's tiny, but they do really good milkshakes. So I went and bought one of those, and I brought one back for Josh as well. And then I went and got my hair cut, so it's considerably shorter than it was, but it still looks kind of the same. Like, it still looks like me. So I just asked for shorter and then some long layers and a bit of gentle framing around the face. That's exactly what I got, so yeah, I'm happy. Still kind of staying with that relaxing, soft theme. I've had a couple of busy excursions, and I think now it's just time to chill out for the rest of the evening, because I've pretty much done everything I needed to this weekend. Which I know yesterday I was saying how like getting things done and trying to balance it with living softly, and I feel like this weekend I've definitely made more of an effort to balance those two things out, and I think I feel a lot better for it today. Or maybe because I had a really good night's sleep and I went to bed at 10:30. That also very much helped me out. Oh, messy apartment.